I do. I love it. It's not real. I don't know if you can tell, but it will be. Give me a good 10 years and this is my future. Bleach blonde, big, bouncy curls. I love wearing this, but try not to let it distract you too much. Today I'm making something wonderful. We're taking a trip to North Africa, to one of the most magical countries I have ever been to, and that's Morocco. So the dish I'm making is called Harira. It is a very famous Moroccan soup. They call it the queen soup of the table during Ramadan, when they eat this every day for 30 days without getting sick of it. So I'm going to show you how to make it. Everything is pretty easy to find in the market. I'm using a special spice called saffron, which I believe is the most expensive spice in the world. This is a full bag bought from Whole Foods, and you can see how very few threads there actually are. So we want to really treat it very delicately, and we will use this mortar and pestle and grind it into a powder before using it. And I'll show you how to do that. Other than that, it's pretty basic, except I'm using Chinese vermicelli noodles because I really think that these are a good addition to the soup. You can use rice or orzo, whatever you prefer. If you look this recipe up online, you'll find hundreds of variations. This is my favorite, and I hope you like it. Alright, so what we're going to need is a tablespoon of olive oil, 1 small yellow onion, finely chopped, 1 teaspoon of salt, plus a pinch, but I'll show you when to add that in. 4 cloves of garlic, we'll mince those. 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger. Seems like a lot of ginger. I love ginger. I recommend 2 tablespoons, and even more if you love ginger like I do. Half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. This is me being on the safe side. This is another thing that you can add more of, and I do prefer to add more personally. 8 cups of vegetable broth. There's about 4 cups in each of these. I always get low sodium if I'm not making it myself. This is the brand I go to. This is 1 medium eggplant, about a pound. Be sure to peel this. It changes the flavor completely if you don't peel your eggplant. 2 stalks of celery, thinly sliced. A half a cup of dried green lentils. 2 teaspoons of sweet paprika. 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. 1 24-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I like to get the fire roasted. It just brings out a different flavor. Then add the eggplant, celery, lentils, paprika, cinnamon, remaining 1 teaspoon of salt, and the saffron threads. If your saffron turns a little pasty, if it's a little moist, you can just add a little bit of broth into your mortar and pestle, do the same grinding motion, and it'll turn into this red liquid. So it'll go right into our pot, And we'll add in the first 4 cups of vegetable broth. Cook until the pasta is soft, then thin out the soup with the remaining broth if needed. Serve in big bowls with extra herbs for garnish.